All right, guys, here we are. Oh man, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this podcast. Welcome to the Voltaic podcast. Everyone tuning in, we have an awesome episode today. So for those of you that don't know, Voltaic is about to launch the state of Florida, and we're about to take it by storm. And I have the two men that are going to be pioneering that state with us today. So I got my man Justin Carvalho. What's up?
What's up, man? What's up?
I got my boy Jaquay.
Life is good, God is real.
Let's go. We're going to dive into everything these guys, their journeys, their stories, and just talk about their launch here at Voltaic. They've been with us for the past couple months now, training, going through a gauntlet of just information, everything solar, everything leadership. So really excited to jam and talk about that experience so far. But, first, why don't we start with Justin, bro? Why don't we just start off? Please just kind of give us some background, man, on yourself, your story. So Justin's my boy, man. Me and him go way back. It's super cool that we're doing this here, man. Words can't really I can't really put into words the love that I have for this man. He's one of my best friends in the world. And someone I've been trying to recruit to do solar for a long time, man. And he finally took the leap of faith and came out at, I think, the best time ever. I'm happy that he waited because I think, now here at Voltaic, we're giving him the best opportunity to succeed, much more so than we would have in times past, as we've been kind of trudging this road of just figuring out the best way to build awesome, high productive sales teams. So, Justin, give us some background, give us, kind of your journey, your story, our story, and we can kind of kick it off like that.
Man, I don't even know where to start. I met Nick. I think it was almost 10 years ago now, man. Time flies. But as soon as I met Nick, dude, he's a character, bro. He's a character. My first time ever meeting Nick, he ends up coming to my dorm and he sees my studio in the dorm room, and he's like, "You rap, Mo?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Spit a bar." So I spit something from him. He's like, "Yo, you got to follow me right now." So I don't know what the heck, where we're going. I'm a freshman. He's an upperclassman. And he just starts knocking on everybody's door, bro. And he's literally knocking on people's door I'd never met. He's like, "All right, rap to them." And I'm like, "What?" He's just like, "Rap to them." And he took me around the whole campus, bro. He put me on from day one, bro. This kid's always been my brother. He's met my father. He's met my brother. He's met my family. So we have some long ties. But for the solar industry, man, I remember when he first reached out, it was some years ago. He was like, "Dude, come rip solar. Come rip solar." At that time, my friends and I, we opened up a center for people struggling with substance abuse, mental health issues, things like that. So that was my priority, that's something I'm passionate about, helping others. And so I just wanted to build that business up with my boys. I felt like we started something special together. And it's like God aligned everything perfectly. It's just, I just remember him reaching out again. I was like, "Yo, come do solar." And I was like thinking about it. I was comfortable, I was making great money, me and I'm doing it with my boys, doing what I love. But I just remember, sitting with Kelly. So I live in Florida, obviously. He's in Cali. He's like, "Come and do it in Cali." And I'm just comfortable, dude. I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I take this risk? I'm already doing well for myself. And then I just talked to my fiance and I'm like, "What do you think?" And she's like, "Let's go crush it." She literally looked at me. She was like, "Justin, you make great money." She's like, "But you're worth more than that." She's like, "Let's go do that." She's like, "Put faith in God. Let's put it in God's hands." So I call Nick. I'm like, "Yo, I'm driving to Cali tonight." He's like, "Wait, what?" I don't know if he knew I was serious, but I literally was like, "I'm driving to Cali tonight." I talked to my partners, we came to a mutual agreement, and I just got in the car and cross-trekked all the way here to Cali, bro. With my dog. in a rental car because somebody hit my car 2 days before me coming to Cali. So I still got the darn rental. I wonder what that tab's gonna be when I get back for 2 months. And I just drove on based on faith, bro. And like, dude, that's the most faith I've ever put in God. You know, taking this huge risk. It was the most I had to rely on God in a certain situation in my point in my life, and man, it paid off. It freaking paid off.
Yeah, man, I got chills going down my whole body just because I remember the moment that you called me and you told me that you were doing it. I remember like the recruiting cycle. It was like I said, it was years long. I had told Justin about the value of our industry and how someone like him who just has this insane, relentless work ethic could thrive in an atmosphere like this where your income isn't capped. And, I knew that he was really passionate about the impact that he was making in his field. I just knew that one day, if, there was an opportunity for him to want to seek something different, I knew this was exactly what he should be doing. Because, I had the philosophy that you want to do business with people that you want to do life with, right? And so Justin's someone that inspires me for sure. Has always been an inspiration, the way he walks through life, the character that he has. And, it's something I've always really looked up to, just who he is. And it was since day one, like our energies were just, intertwined. It was like a brotherhood that was formed from the jump. And so when you decided and you called me saying, dude, I'm doing it, I'm coming, I'm going to actually just jump in the car and head out tonight with Kelly, I was dude, over the moon. I remember I screamed in my car. I was like, let's go. You know what I mean? I was super jacked up, man. And then the rest is history, and we'll talk about like kind of the success that you've seen your first month, which is something I've personally never seen in our industry. It has to be some type of record what you've been able to do. It's been so impressive. But I wanna kind of switch gears and go over to Jaquay, man. Jaquay is someone, again, someone that I've looked up to, and I've followed his journey for the past couple years now. There's very few people out there that have a message of just pure authenticity and sincerity, and that's just been one of just profound impact on his social media platforms. And so we've followed each other's journeys with just such a high level of mutual respect for the past couple years since we got connected. And Jaquay's a hitter, bro. He's a dog. He's another person that just came in here and made such profound, massive impact, massive numbers, coming and starting doing solar, and super jacked up about him opening up the Tampa market, which is just a blowing up market right now in Florida. Justin's opening up the West Palm Beach market in Florida. So we're not just opening one office in Florida. It's multiple offices. We have another one that we're eyeing.
We are coming.
Yes.
We're coming. You're gonna know Voltaic in Florida for sure.
Oh, facts, man. And that's a really good point. It's like, we've opened markets before, we've had successful markets, but ultimately the success of the market, relies on the level of the leadership that is opening that market. And I firmly believe that we've never had such strong leadership in these two men opening a market for us in Voltaic. So it's going to be scary, the amount of momentum that we're going to build. August 15th, we're launching that state, our first onboarding there. Already got a ton of recruits lined up for that in your guys' own personal network. So that's super exciting. But yeah, Quay's someone that, please tune in, go check out his IG. I'm gonna let him do the coin because I know he's gonna do it. But Quay, man, give us some history, give us some background on yourself. Maybe just like your story, kind of what led up to this point, what you were doing prior to this, and how we connected. Tell us a story.
Man, no doubt. Thank you, Nick. At Jaquay TV, by the way, that's the Instagram. Definitely to go check it out. Life is good, God is real. It's crazy. I'll begin last night. I'm staying off Hollywood Boulevard. Over a month ago, I was in Tri-Cities grinding. So to go from, Tri-Cities to Hollywood and looking at how everything is just came into pass, It's nothing short than amazing. Special shout out to Nick. I was literally about to text you last night. I was so tired from the grind that I forgot. But just to give me the opportunity and believe in me and think, highly enough of me to put me in this position. And then Justin here, we all just met live in the flesh about a month ago. And it's like we've known each other, our whole entire lives. Definitely special. To rewind it, I can get a little long-winded, so I'm not gonna, get too deep into the story. My gosh, it's a journey. I'll start off by saying I started a movement called Be Free. That means to be free to be whatever it is that you want to be and do whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm super excited about solar because coming into it, I had no idea exactly what it was. I just knew, Nick, I was following him, definitely somebody to, look to for guidance and mentorship. And I'm a big believer that a leader leads by example, and seeing him do that consistently, not just for a month, but year over year, it was a natural, pull. But anyways, to get into the story, I was born and raised in Virginia, perfect place to leave. Grew up wanting to live in LA. My mom was a nurse and we used to visit, and I remember taking the tours and really expanding my vision, seeing the hills and, seeing, outside of my small town, how much life is to be lived. And that sparked a fire in me at a very young age that I wanted more for my life. Shout out to Bryce. I guess he'll find out now, but I was actually trained to be a basketball player. I was kind of keeping that low key. But originally, like a lot of people, my goal was to be in the NBA. My dad used to wake me up at 4 a.m. On some Jedi, training, like keep your hands down, son. If you're scared of the ball, throw it at me, hit me in the chest. And that really, sounds crazy, but that really strengthened my mindset. And just progressing through that, transferred, typical, athlete thing to a private school in high school. Started varsity my freshman year. But it was in high school, and I'm just sharing all this to say this. I remember my junior year, I went from, hey, I want to be in the NBA to I want to be financially free. I remember watching a movie called The Secret with Bob Proctor, shout out Bobby P, R.I.P., and then reading the book, and it just, really honed on me that financial freedom is what I want. At the end of the day, I just wanted to retire my mom, and I didn't really care how I did it. I just thought sports was like the only way, the only avenue. So high school wise, fell out of love with basketball for obvious reasons. You hear about that, that story. But then I played 2 years of high school football, went to college for football. I figured, hey, if I go to an Ivy League school, if I don't make it to the NFL, at least I have, that good schooling experience. Mistake. Should have went to Alabama. Anybody listening, if you're focusing on anything, have a plan A and go all in with plan A. Burn the ships. So I learned that lesson. Ended up going to William and Mary. Decent experience. Basically got kicked off the team to keep it real. And then at that point, I was like, man, what am I going to do? My whole entire life, it was, sports, and I'm an athlete. And that's when it hit me like, wow, I don't know how I'm going to retire my mom. Ended up, shout out to the guys right now. They have on Yeezys. I got into reselling shoes. This was way before GOAT, way before StockX. And I picked up a job at Finish Line before that. Was working at Finish Line, realized that selling one pair of Jordans was worth, more than 2 weeks of my paycheck. And the rule is, do not sell shoes while working in the store. And I am a rule follower, Sorry for a different time. I went to jail when I was in fourth grade. Before Scared Straight came out, I was scared straight. So I've been on the straight and narrow ever since. So got into reselling shoes and started my business, Air Society Shoes. You might be able to look up the Instagram. It probably has one follower right now. Expanded that from Virginia to California. And so much was learned from that. And it's crazy how when you can go back, you can really connect the dots and see how God has been working in your life to align for certain moments in your life. And I can definitely contribute the relationships. Anybody who's into the shoe game knows, you can either get the shoes backdoored by paying money, or you can build a relationship with the gatekeepers. All my salespeople can understand the term gatekeepers. And I chose, because I like having my profit, the gatekeepers. So I used to buy them Chick-fil-A and, you know, sweet talk them. And that's how I got my shoes. So went from there. I actually moved to Oregon. Shout out to Oregon, home of Nike. And I was getting shoes. Hopefully, you know, I guess I can't get in trouble for it now. But I was getting shoes for a good rate. You know, there's a employee store over there. And went from that. Then I always knew that shoes wasn't the end all be all. And I was like, hey, like, what am I going to do? I still had this dream of retiring my mom and being financially free. So I Googled top paying sales jobs. And number 1 was consulting. Number 2 was tech. And then I started looking at, you know, technical companies. I saw IBM, SAP. I had a buddy who worked for IBM, applied for an internship. They told me, hey, we love that you have the entrepreneurial spirit, but you're lacking tangible sales data. And in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm the best at sales. Like, what do you mean you're not going to take me on because I don't have any sales data? But I listened to the criticism, decided to go back home because my dad passed away to support my mom and my sister. And this is crazy. My boy was working at Verizon, and I was like, hey, that's cell phones. That's kind of, you know, techie. Picked up a job at Verizon. And from there, that was a great decision. My mindset was, hey, let me become the best salesman here, get all the accolades, get all the, you know, whatever I need. So when I apply again for the internship, they have no choice but to, you know, take me on. What ended up happening was quickly found out corporate, you know, life, what wasn't for me. I did end up becoming the top salesperson at Verizon, took the company trips and all of that. But I quickly realized that a job wasn't going to get me to where I wanted to be. The type of money I was making. People were coming in trying to recruit me. And every time I would walk them outside, they'll say, you know what? You're making more money than what I thought you were. You should stay here. And I was like, bro, like, no, this isn't enough. Fast forward, though. I took the leap of faith, went into all in with entrepreneurship, you know, 2 years today. Moved to Florida. My best friend, one of my best friends, Christian, he was working with some very successful online entrepreneurs. And that was quite the experience. We were selling automated e-com stores, just to fast forward. You know, that was crazy. Fumbled into making 100K our first month together. Not to bore you, something happened that you know, business fell out. Then we started doing something else. And eventually his uncle was like, hey, I'm looking for, you know, sales guys to start a door-to-door company in Washington. So I went over to Washington, got my first taste of experience. Nick, hit him up. Obviously, he's in the door-to-door space. And I was just like, hey, man, like, what tips do you have? Obviously, in life, you know, I've learned from my journey, the fastest way to find success really is to find somebody who's in the position you want to be, do what they do, say what they say, and eventually you'll get what they get. Shout out to Alex Morton. He was the first person I heard say that. All my Vima bros out there, you know, was what I'm talking about. And Nick's been, you know, helping me along the journey. I started that in February. And then that ended up going left. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I called Nick, or I texted Nick actually, and was like, hey man, tell me a little bit more about solar and the and the opportunities. I'm sitting here selling fiber optics, and I've been watching.
What did I do instantly?
Hit me back and said, hey, let's hop on a call.
I didn't even text you. I just called you.
Yeah.
I didn't even text you.
Hop on a call.
I called you instantly.
Thank God.
Yeah, man. God, man. Just look at what God does, man. You know what I mean? One of the things that
the craziest part is, shout out to market hackers, even though that shit was whack, it put us all together, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to think about how that one point in our lives, like, we were just trying something for some passive income, and it put us together.
It was the pandemic, bro.
Yeah, dude. It was like,
wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if the pandemic never happened, I never like have any additional time to like look at other ways of passive income, because everybody knows the way to build wealth is having multiple streams of income. They say you need to have 7 minimum in order to actually get generational wealth, right? So at the time, you know, I'm making a lot of money selling solar. The pandemic hits, I start shifting. We had to shift our business model instantly overnight from a direct door-to-door sales organization to selling exclusively virtually. Very difficult for an organization that was our size at the time to make that shift, that had never sold virtually. And so it gave me a lot of, that took the majority of my time, obviously building those systems with, you know, our partners, you know, Bryce, Remy, Jake, Lisa, everyone had such big parts to sustaining Voltaic through that time. But it gave me some extra time while I was home to, you know, I'm thinking, okay, well, this pandemic's here. I need to have multiple streams. I need to have my money start working for me instead of me working for money, right? And so shout out to Derek Alexander, right?
The GOAT.
The GOAT of MLM, right? So it's a cat that has a really authentic message that I followed, that you know, was doing this opportunity in Forex. And so you know, I decided to give it a shot, saying that could be a way to have my money start working for me instead of working for my money. And yeah, I went all in, you know, kind of, you know, I was doing pretty well with it on the side, got Justin involved, and then Derek actually connected me and you, right? He said, yo, you guys will vibe out, because, you know, because it's true, you know, I'm a guy that, you know, I have a very big personality, very big message to say, a big story to tell. And it's very rare that I meet someone that has that same story, that same big personality, that has the way that just a way about them that you can move a room. And that's what I really admire about Jaquay, is that he has a way that he can move a room through his story and through the impact that he wants to make, you know. And so you know, by the grace of God, that happened, right? And all of us got connected together. Obviously, me and Justin were already connected, but that's what got me and Quay connected, and we stayed connected since then, right? Man, what a crazy.
I'm smiling over here because it's like me and Jaquay, I just remember looking at him. It was like 104 degrees in the valley. We're on a blitz, dude. I look at him and I was like, if you can sell market hackers, you can sell solar. And he lost his mind, bro. It's because like it's like, if you can sell market hackers, you can sell solar, bro. And it's just like it's like an inside joke, you know. It's like, if you did the market hackers, and you know, it's like, it's the truth though. It's like, from the moment I met you, dude, you can sell water to a well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In college, just running around, just fucking doing Nick finger things.
It's wild.
We won't get into that.
I didn't even, you know, speak too much, but I've, you know, Forex, e-commerce, you know, door to door, any of the things that you guys are out there thinking about trying, I've tried it, you know, and found some success in doing so. So, you know, I might be jumping the gun, but, you know, this solar opportunity, the last thing that I want to say about my story is, well, like Justin, he was making great money at where he was before. I consider what I was making good money, you know, but the thing was, like, even with the money coming in, a great salary, great, you know, commission, like Nick said it's impact. And that's what was lacking there. Like, I want to, you know, change, you know, sounds cliche to say, but I want to change the world. And my buddy said once, you know, if you change, you know, one person's world, you know, enough times, and eventually, you know, you are changing the world. And you can't overlook that. And the impact that, you know, the solar industry has, and now I'm fired up about it. I've only been here about a month, but it's, you know, from inside the organization, you have impact with your team, but outside with the product, you have impact as well. So it's the most genuine, you know, thing that I've been a part of full circle. And that's what really has me excited. Because I've made money a lot of different ways, and nothing has been as impactful as this industry is. And that's what I can't wait to highlight to the world.
Yeah, and that's a great transition to really start talking about. Like, at the end of the day, right, I recruit you guys, great, you come in, but like, at the end of the day, you still have to do the work, right? In order for you to be successful in this game, right, there is no shortcut to success, period, right? You cannot hide from the work. You cannot. You can't hide from it. If you want to hit those, those crazy numbers that people in our industry are hitting, you have to do an insane amount of work, right? And you have to have an insane amount of belief in the product that you're selling in order to have the motivation to go out there and do that work. And like you just said, that's what speaks to this industry. That's what speaks to this product. That's what speaks to the fact that like this is the game changer of our time. Wow. Solar, period. Yeah. Right? You have the mortgage boom, you have like the internet boom, like all these industries that just like people rode that wave where now like they're set, right? The ones that got in early and rode that and just stayed consistent in that opportunity, they generational wealth. This is the boom of our time, of our generation. Right. The redistribution of power, Warren Buffett said, will be the largest shift in wealth this nation has ever seen, right? And so me sitting in this office, you guys sitting in this office is a direct result of that shift, of that transition to clean and sustainable energy. And I can't think of a cause that's more important for global impact and long-term sustained impact on our planet, right? What we're doing is meaningful, right? And so and that was really kind of one of the biggest messages I had to you guys in the recruitment process. Quay said, I'm a hard person to recruit, right? Justin's, what I mean? Justin's definitely been a hard person to recruit because like at the end of the day, you were making impact, right? You were doing something that you loved, that you knew was changing people's lives. In order for you to change it from that type of situation, your driver's not income, your driver's impact. That's one of the things that me and you just see so eye to eye on, Justin, is that, and Quay, like his Be Free movement, man, like I'm in the movement. I'm a part of it. I'm in his corner, right? I'm trying to like, hitch myself to that wagon and be a pioneer with Quay and what his vision, his goals, his dreams, his ambitions are. And that's what's really cool about, I think, what we do is that we have the opportunity to hitch ourselves to each other's visions and our goals. And I think that's what true leadership is. When you see people and you meet people that you have genuine love for, and like you see that they have this big vision for the type of impact that they want to have in their lives. And you know that, okay, well, I have this vehicle that I think I can actually help them get there, right? So leadership is like having the burning desire to want to like make sure that person that has this dream, this vision, that they actually achieve that. Leadership where you actually burden that on your shoulders, right? That's a big part of what I do. That's how I lead. I lead with my heart. I don't know any other way to how to do it. I'm emotional to a fault. I think it's one of my biggest strengths, also one of my biggest weaknesses at times, because I care so much, you know what I mean? And so, but the beauty of what we're doing here is that like, I have an opportunity to help impact your dreams, your visions, your goals, and I take that very personally. I have an opportunity to impact your dreams, your goals, and I take that very personally, right? I go to bed thinking about the dreams and the goals that everyone within this organization has. I wake up thinking about the goals and the dreams that everyone in this organization has, right? It's a level of obsession that I don't want to get rid of because I feel like, God put me on this planet for a purpose and to help people reach their goals and their dreams and the visions and for them to fulfill their purpose. That's what I fully believe that I was put on this planet for. And I firmly believe you men have that same exact, responsibility tasked with you by God to go out there and make that type of impact. So anyway, I just went off on a tangent because that stuff I get really passionate about, man. Like it's no joke. It's not a game what we're doing here, right? We're doing something. It's bigger than business. It's bigger than Voltaic, right? It is realizing, goals and dreams and visions that, are like it is a bigger purpose. It's a combined mastermind purpose where if together we collectively combine our efforts, we make way more impact than if we were just trying to do it by ourselves.
And man, like what really what really stuck with me was, of course, dude, the money's been freaking insane. The sales, the results have been awesome. But I just remember it was like my third weekend, right? Business is booming, everything's going well. And then this new kid comes in for orientation, right? And I'm like, so how'd you find out about Voltaic? He's like, yeah, man, I valeted Nick's car the other day, dude. He's like, Nick said, quit your job and come do solar. And that right there was like, wow, like that's an impact I want to have, dude. I want to impact somebody's life where, they're literally going to have financial freedom if they put in the work. You know what I mean? Like that person that quit their job, like whether they make it or not, it's on them. Nick, you can only do so much. You can only give us the tools we need. But if that kid puts in the work, bro, he can literally have $100,000 months.
A genuine shot.
Literally, he can make his whole salary in 1 month in this field.
But you can't hide from the work, and that's what I want to talk about now. Kind of switching gears, the work that you two men have done over this past month has changed our company culture. It really has. You guys have lifted the lid. Both having double-digit months, first month ever in solar, that is very difficult to do, right? Quay has made such a major impact in so many other ways outside of just his volume. It's his inspiration, his voice, it's his movement that people just buy into. But, there's this concept of having a white rabbit, right? The white rabbit is somebody that everyone wants to chase. And Justin Carvalho came in and instantly became that. This past month, first month ever in solar, selling 21 deals.
Sheesh.
Wow. So, just absolutely mind blown and inspired. The type of work ethic that makes you look in the mirror and say, man, am I doing enough? That's the type of work ethic that Justin Carvalho exhibits day in and day out, right? That's coming from a guy that works 12 hours a day, and I look and I see Justin, what he's done. It freaking brings tears to my eyes thinking about it, man. It really does, because I'm just so inspired by you, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just so inspired by you, man. Talk about it, man. How did you come in and like maybe tap into like what is having a relentless work ethic mean to you? Because like you obviously have a relentless work ethic. It's something that I've never seen before up to date, and that's just me being real. You know what I mean? I've trained, managed, developed hundreds of solar sales reps. You are on the top of the list of someone coming in and just working relentlessly to make impact. We need to understand how your mind works.
Shoot, man. I grew up playing sports too, bro. I had an older brother. Shout out to my bro, rest in peace. My brother was somebody I looked up to. And he always pushed me for more. Like, even if I was like the best on the football team, the baseball team, whatever it was, he's like, well, you're not the best in the next city. It was like, it was never like just settle. You know what I'm saying? When I came here, my why was so big. For me, it was my why. I found my why. It was like, I want to create something in Florida that is literally going to impact not just individuals with their lowering their bill, but the people around me, dude. I literally want to put on as many people that come in my life and give them a chance to have financial freedom. My why is not for myself. And I think being selfless is the reason why everything's been just going. First, of course, I want to thank God. I want to thank you. We met, like, it's how God works. I met him 10 years ago. We've stayed in contact, and like, who knew 10 years ago when we were partying in Plymouth State, that we were going to be here talking about, 22 deals in a month. I remember reading this book. It was The Subtle Art Not Giving a Fuck, right? And it was like, for people to be successful, they always think about the end results, right? They always just stay on that. But it says like true success comes when you fall in love with the struggle. And like for me, dude, like I fell in love with the struggle of getting no's, bro. Like knocking on doors. It's like a sport, bro. Like it really, I look at it as like it's a sport. Like I'm out there in the field ripping doors and I'm gonna get a yes. Whether I get 50 no's, 30, 100, I don't care. I'm getting a yes because that's who I am. You know, ask Jaquay. I remember it was Jaquay's like his first day shadowing me, bro. This is the only time I got a donut. Like I didn't get an appointment since I've been here. And we got out there like, I think it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. It's 9:15, dude. And I'm like, Jaquay,
I gotta hit one more.
I'm sorry, Jaquay, dude.
I see it, man. It's dark outside.
It's dark outside. I was like, but bro, we gotta park the car, bro. Like, I'm not leaving and not getting on the door. I said, I don't have an appointment today. I said, I'm not leaving, not knowing that. I knocked on every door that I could have. And at that point, it was awkward. It was like 9:30 at night. People are literally, all the lights are off. People are going to bed, dude. And I'm like, but I just, that's how I operate. To a point where I know that I just have to put everything out there. Because my faith is strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? But faith without works is dead. I gotta match God. I gotta straight up. I gotta match my faith
without works is dead, bro.
Straight up. Shout out to AA too. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah. But no, it's the facts, man. It's the facts, bro. It's like my belief is so strong that if I just put in just undeniable work, like I wanted to make sure I came in here and set a tone. Like that guy it's undeniable. Like that dude just put in mad work. Like I wanted to set a tone. Like and it's like you gotta understand, dude. I just left a high 6-figure paying job, you know, have some equity in the company. I literally took my fiance across country, bro. I had no choice to make this work. Like I'm like, dude, I'm not coming here and looking like an idiot. Not just for myself, but my fiance. I literally said, babe, you're worth more than that 6-figure job. You're worth more than that equity in that company. She says, you're the only one stopping yourself because God's already got your back. So shout out to Kelly, having a rider. That's my wifey, getting married. You know what I'm saying? But she really was like, let's drive tonight. You know what I'm saying? And like that amount of faith that she had in me, like, you know, and just putting the work and seeing the results allowed me to develop that faith in myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something, Justin, bro. Mission accomplished, dude. For what you aimed to come out here and do in terms of the type of impact that you wanted to have, you haven't just impacted this whole organization. You've impacted me in a way that will make me a better person, a better man, a better fiance, you know, a better father. You know, I'm due to have my child born next month. The work that we do, even just the conversations, man, that we have outside of just business, man, like you're one of a kind, bro. And so, you know, mission accomplished. Thank you for the work that you've done, man. I can't ever thank you enough. And in the way that you thank me every day for the opportunity is by going out there and doing what you do with just a relentless approach to life, man. And so you're going to change a lot of people's lives, bro, in this industry.
That's my goal, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And shout out to you, man, because honestly, dude, like you're always consistent, bro. Like he was saying, bro, I seen an $80,000 check in a week, and I was like, dude, like this dude's a dog. Like he's my boy. I know Nicky Fingers. I know he's eating, dude. But then when I seen that $80,000 check in a week, like I'm like, this dude's the president, and he's the top sales rep. Like you're in the field. I came here. He's got the Segway, you know? He's on the Segway just dipping. But yo, dude, you're out there in the field, man. You know what I'm saying? I look up to that. Like straight up, like you're leading from the front. You're the definition of leading from the front, bro.
I know how to lead,
like straight up, bro. Like you're literally since I've been here, I think you had one Saturday off and it wasn't even your choice. You were sick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, you're literally working 6 days a week in the field, appointment after appointment. Sometimes you get home at 10 o'clock. He's like, yeah, sorry. I call him at 9:30 driving home or something. He's like, sorry, in a home.
Always available for the team.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Real.
That holds weight, bro. That holds weight. You know, you being the president of the company and literally just like that's what I want to be. You know, in Florida, I want them to know, like, dude, that dude's eating, but he also cares about my success. Like, dude, you literally put me in a position to succeed. You know what I mean? And like you had more faith than I had in myself. I remember it was like the second day, I was shadowing. He was like, oh, I got an appointment. It's like, well, what do I do? He's like, go knock. You got this. She's like, dude, you're gonna kill it. Go knock. And I got 2 appointments, dude. I didn't even know the pitch. I just heard of like 9, 12 doors, dude. But like, bro, you literally inspired me, bro, because I was like, you were doing it. Mm-hmm. You know, I seen you my first 2 days. You ripped like 4 or 5 deals. I'm like, damn, this dude's really about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, all right, why can't that be me? And then the best part about it is every appointment I got, you closed them all. You know what I mean? Here's 13 appointments, dude. All done. I put it in your hands. I'm like, it's a wrap. It's closed. It's a wrap. It's all done. You already know. It's like throwing money in a stock, and you know it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Straight up.
That is something. Because side note, I didn't talk much about my previous door-to-door experience. They just dropped me and 3 other guys off with a laptop, a printer, and a badge maker, and said, "Build this organization." Which we did, and that's, you know, shout out to God. That's why I have so much confidence, you know, in taking on Florida. But to his point, I've had people that went from solar to fiber optics, and the major reason why they came over from solar, which is by far the greatest opportunity in the door-to-door space, was they were setting appointments and they weren't being closed. And I know for a fact one individual, I know he was ripping it on the doors. I just know he was, as far as setting appointments. Might have to holler at him a little later. But to his point, like, it's something, just a mindset you have when you go out there and you have that reassurance, knowing that when you have a closer like Nick, who looked me dead in the eye during the recruitment process, we went out to a steakhouse, and I don't think I shared this with him, but he said, "I believe that I am the best in this business." And the way that he said that lit a fire in me, and I knew right then and there that there was no way I wasn't going to do this, because I strive to be the best in everything that I do, and I've never had the opportunity to learn from the best directly. And once again, to Justin's point, if you set an appointment with Nick with Nick Finger, and that bad boy has the nerve to hold, you can book it as a VC.
Straight up.
It is unreal.
Closed.
And it makes you, like yesterday, I was on the doors. I got my guy scheduled through. He's super busy. He's the president. So that gives me a sense of urgency. I have his schedule, and I'm on the doors like, I need to fill these slots. And he's out there setting appointments too. And I'm like, plus he gets the AC. I'm like, oh, darn it. You know, I need to hurry up. Why is he selling? Because it's sure money in that, you know, and you can speak to this too, but me being in this position and having people join our teams that's going to be in this position motivates us to be like Nick.
Facts.
Because it's easy. It's not easy to work like my guy here. I mean, but it's easy to at least get on the doors and put in some effort when you know that if the appointment holds, it's done. So
yeah. I know, and we're getting in homes too now. It's like, you know, it's dope. It's dope. And like that pitch, man, you know, this is not an emotional decision. It's just illogical. Bro, I don't give a damn, dude. If you have a 95% close rate, I literally taken every word of your pitch and just adding a little flavor, you know, my little flavor to it. But I'm not gonna change the sauce. It works. I've seen it. You know,
broke, why fix it?
Ignorant too.
It'd be insane, bro.
But no, I want to switch gears, man. I appreciate all the love, man. Like, but I don't do it without the army of guys here. You know, shout out to Dave, shout out to Bryce, shout out to Jake, Remy. I mean, God, man, like those are the men that inspire me. Just like you guys are the men that inspire me. You know, like every single one of them had such a big role in this launch and the way that we approached, you know, launching this market, having you guys come out, you know, Bryce doing his onboarding training and just absolutely crushing.
Shout out Bryce, shout out Dave, shout out everyone.
Dave,
dude, he's my door pitch, man. Like, you know, using questions and shout out Dave, bro.
Yeah, Dave,
you know, shout out the company investing in Knockstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? shout out to like the culture you guys have is dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, and then Jake, just the architect, the integrator, ultimately just giving you guys the bigger picture sauce, the high level just business approach to making sure you guys understand, like, you guys are running a business within inside this business, and empowering you guys the way that he has. So it's by committee, man. We can't do this. I can't do this for you guys unless we just have an incredible team and executive staff, our corporate staff, just lined up, dialed in, making sure that everything's prepared and ready for this launch. And so it's been great, man. And Quay, bro, so switching gears, man, Quay's, again, double digits his first month ever in solar. Again, insane. That would be considered a white rabbit for most companies. You know what I'm saying? So, real quick, I just Jaquay, what I admire about you the most, dude, is how you always remain teachable. Literally, this dude was falling asleep to training videos for 10 days straight, bro. Like, on the blitz, everyone's chilling, having fun. We just worked 9 in the morning to 9 at night. We're all exhausted. Jaquay's in the room watching training videos.
The reason why I fall asleep to training videos, shout out to Justin. Can't say enough about him, Nick, all of that, wildly enough, is like an understatement. When I went out with him, he's like a Navy SEAL on the doors, dude.
I'm a menace, dude. That's what I tell my boys. I'm a menace.
His body language, everything, as he says, is on go. And anybody who's on doors knows, like, wow, like, if you were to see him in action, you would just be flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I got that word from, right? I don't think I've ever said it in my life. But anyways, to my point, the reason why I spend so much time on training and everything is because I know I'm not like that. Like, I'm black, I'm a little overweight right now. It's hot outside. I do not enjoy the heat. They called me prima donna playing, football. I played running back, and, coach would say something, but I say, hey, I don't like to touch the grass so I don't get tackled. But all of that to say, I know myself, and I know that I need to have the greatest percentages from, door knocks or conversations to closes, because I don't like those elements. I'm not afraid to put in the work, but I know myself, and that forces me to, like he said, be teachable, be a sponge. He was shouting out people. Shout out, Remy. Hashtag Remy's guidance. I'll be doing that a lot. He's invested a lot of time into me and my development, and I've learned so much. We are an education and home improvement company. Like a game changer, and I love it. And then Dave, like, I could speak for a long time. Dave's training made the process click for me, and that's when I turned the knob. But yeah, that's just a little tidbit I had to say about that. Is I love teaching people, and the best followers are the best leaders.
Yeah.
So that's
I love it, man. You guys have already just completely changed our organization, and the level of gratitude I have in my heart for you men. You guys express gratitude towards me every single day, and I'm reading these texts, and I'm like, damn, man, that's how I feel towards them. I should be thanking them, you know what I mean? And I do every day, right? Thank you guys for your hard work. But let's switch gears, because we're gonna wrap this thing up here in a little bit. But I want us to switch the gear to the message of anyone in Florida, right, that's looking to have their lives changed, right? Anyone that's in direct sales, pest control, alarms, right, whatever it may be, solar, right? Voltaic is coming. Voltaic is coming, and it is going to be a massive movement. I promise you, state of Florida, Voltaic is coming in the biggest way with the greatest leaders, where we're just going to have a level of obsession to take that market to the freaking moon, man. So what is your message, Justin, to anyone out in Florida that is looking for a life-changing opportunity? Anyone that's in solar, anyone that's in direct sales, what is your message?
how hungry are you? Straight up. You know what I mean? It's like this industry in just 2 months has made the biggest impact of my life. Not just, financially. I'm talking about how much, it's just testing how much grit do you have? How much determination do you have? How much grind do you got? How hungry are you, Justin? You know what I mean? You just got 22 sales last month. You have 13 or 14 this month. How much more do you want? And like, if you're that type of person and you have that mindset, solar's the place to be, because your pockets, your personal growth is going to just be full. It's going to be full. So if you're dedicated to putting in that grind and just really growing as a person, not just financially, solar's the wave. You know what I mean? And like, how hungry are you? If you're listening in, ask yourself every day before you get, how hungry are you? Do you want to knock on 50 doors, or are you willing to knock on whatever it takes? I go in every day. My goal is minimum 100. I want to knock minimum. I find out if I'm hitting 100, but there's days I hit 160, 170. I don't give a damn. If I'm on a streak, bro, I'm rocking. I forgot who it was. Like, yeah, on Saturday, if you get 3 ACs,
three and gone.
Yeah, three and gone. I got 3. I said I want 6. I hit 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just stopping at 3. Like, that's the type of, like, whoever comes on board in Florida and has that mindset, they will literally have so much money. They don't know what to do with it, but they're also going to be able to impact so many people. I want to be able to have them impact others as well. I love how you always say we're a personal development company first, and then a solar organization second. I think that's the most important part, is just, the impact that we're able to have. That's where I'm so determined, like, to just help as many people just get to that next level. So this way they can also pass that on to somebody else, man. That's what motivates me. If that motivates you, hop on board, baby. Voltaic.
Let's go.
Florida, baby. Let's go. Voltaic.
Boom. Drop the mic, baby. And I have to ask the same exact question to the man, Jaquay. What's up, man? What's your message to people out there in Tampa looking to change their life, dude?
Wow. Thank you. I would start off by saying my favorite quote is, "You will only change when the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of changing." And I'll say it again in case you missed it. My favorite quote is, "You will only change when the pain of remaining the same is greater than the pain of changing." I'm overweight now. I was overweight before, got in really good shape, and that was because the pain of being overweight was greater than the pain of me being in shape. I need to get back to that. But anyways, that's a powerful, quote. And I say that because I've tried it all, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I've literally tried it all. And this is a true opportunity to be free. I know I'm here for one of two reasons. Well, 2 reasons, not one of 2 reasons. I'm here for 2 reasons. One is to bring people to the kingdom of God. And 2 is to be that financial beacon of hope and prosperity. God doesn't want us here suffering and struggling. Don't be afraid of having, riches and having wealth, because ask yourself, if you are truly a good person, is it better off in your hands or better off in somebody else's? Because somebody's going to have it. Why not you? At first it started off with me wanting to retire my mom. Then from previous ventures, it's like, okay, I'm basically, getting there. Now, then it moved to, retiring other people's moms. And now it's to, have global impact. I have such a huge vision. I'm not going to take up too much time, but for the Be Free movement, for myself, the brand Jaquay TV, and anybody who wants to be a part of it. And side note, we didn't speak, Nick spoke on it some, but Tyler Kim, shout out to him. He's starting out launch in Texas. He said something very powerful yesterday in the meeting that I noticed right away. He said that he's been around different, companies and different cultures, and he came back to Voltaic because of the culture of this company. And he spoke of the executive staff. Shout out Jake, everybody, Bryce, everybody in the executive staff. the thing that I realized is these are truly good people. You know, this business aside, they want what's best for the people in the company. And anybody out there who's been a part of different company knows how valuable that is. So we have a strong, you know, nucleus at the top, bringing on people like Justin and I. You hear Justin's tenacity. He refuses to lose. Myself, you know, I'm not too good about talking about myself, but I've been the best, top tier at everything that I've done, and there's no way that this is going to fail. If you're in the Tampa region, you know, we're taking over Tampa. I know everybody's who's there, and I love everybody who's there, but this is an opportunity for you to join the team and literally be free, join the movement, dreams to reality. Check out the Instagram. The story is crazy, and the goal is to have, and I told Nick this, Jake this, Remy this, everybody this, I want to have, I'm not looking for any and everybody, this isn't for everybody, 10 individuals. We are going to make 10 individuals six-figure and multiple six-figure income earners in their first year in this business. And after me being here for a month, I think me saying that is a little low. But that is the goal.
Straight up.
That is the goal. That is what we're going to accomplish. You know, anybody out there, we will have the most, Justin and I will have the most productive offices in the nation. I was talking to my assistant prophesying, speaking into existence yesterday. We will completely change the way that people look at this door-to-door space. Anybody who knows me, hey, I'm lit. I'm fun to be around. You know,
my guy.
We have a good time. I have, you know, so many ideals, and I've been in so many businesses. It's truly a pleasure to be able to, you know, basically given the keys and, you know, use my wings and fly away. Shout out to Danny Pezzi and Tyler McCarthy. Can't wait to, you know, kick it with you guys again. But I'm just super excited, man. And I'm looking for those who want their lives to be changed. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worthwhile. And as I always say, man, life is good. God is real. Be great. Be free. Let's get it,
baby.
Let's go, guys. I'm so jacked up. I want to run through this damn wall right now. But Florida.
Let's get on the doors.
Florida, we're coming. I got a deal right now. I'm about to close, baby. It's a wrap. It's a lock. You already know. Guys, you know, it's gonna be, this is just the beginning. You know, it's been so great having you guys here. It's gonna be sad to see you guys leave, but it's for the bigger mission and vision of what we're doing as an organization. Voltaic, we're signing out for podcast number 4. Florida, here we come. It's a wrap. Game over. These men are coming.
Yes, Golden Door Awards and on stages at Door to Door Con.
It's happening.
It's in the near future.
Manifestation. All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on today. Guys, tune in for the next one. Let's go.